Dear children, let's do question answers of lesson 6, The Fight, written by Ruskin Bond from It So Happened Supplementary Reader in English for Class 8. Comprehension check 1. Question number 1. In what way is a forest pool different from the one which Ranji knew in Rajputana desert? Answer. The forest pool was very clean, cold and inviting, whereas the one in the Rajputana desert was known to be sticky and muddy, where buffaloes wallowed and women washed clothes. Question 2. The other boy asked Ranji to explain himself. Part 1. What did he expect Ranji to say? Answer. The stranger boy expected Ranji to apologize to him for entering the forest pool without seeking his permission. He wanted Ranji to leave the pool immediately. Second part. Was he, in your opinion, right or wrong to ask this question? Answer. It was wrong to ask Ranji such a question and to expect Ranji to leave the pool because the forest pool was open to everyone and the stranger did not have a personal right to the property. Question 3 of Comprehension 1. Between Ranji and the other boy, who is trying to start a quarrel? Give a reason for your answer. Answer. The other boy actually started the quarrel between him and Ranji. This is evident from the fact that when Ranji saw the other boy in the pool, he did not try to pick a fight or say a word to him. It was the other boy who deliberately came to fight with Ranji, even when he tried to be friendly with that boy. However, Ranji was taken aback by the hostile behavior of that boy, who strongly claimed that the pool belonged to him and that others needed to obtain his permission to use it. Soon after saying all this, he got ready to pick a fight with Ranji and proclaimed himself as a warrior, to which Ranji replied that he himself was a fighter. Question 4. Then we will have to continue the fight, said the other. What made him say that? Answer. When both Ranji and the other boy fought for a long while, Ranji refused to leave the pool and the fight continued. When that boy saw that Ranji did not accept defeat and was not listening to his words, he said that the fight between them would continue the following day if Ranji dared to come there again tomorrow. Besides, both were badly wounded and exhausted. Part 2. Did the fight continue? If not, why not? Answer. Apparently, the fight did not continue on the following day, as both of them had a bitter experience the previous day and were not willing to continue this fight any further. Although they thought they would continue fighting, neither of them took the initiative or interest to pick a fight again. When the other boy named Suraj saw that Ranji could dive into the water, he was amazed and asked him to teach him how to do it. Suraj promised that he would help Ranji to become a wrestler if he taught him how to swim and dive into the water, just like him. Comprehension check 2. Question 1. What is it that Ranji finds difficult to explain at home? Answer. When Ranji reached home, he found it difficult to explain the cuts and bruises that showed on his face, leg and arms. It was difficult to conceal the fact that he had been in an unusually violent fight with Suraj. Therefore, his mother insisted on him staying at home for the rest of the day. Question 2. Ranji sees his adversary in the bazaar. Part 1 of the question. What does he wish to do? Answer. When Ranji saw his adversary in the bazaar, his first impulse was to turn away and look elsewhere. His second thought was to throw the lemonade bottle at his enemy. But he did neither of these things. Part 2. What does he actually do and why? Answer. Ranji did not do anything. Instead, he stood his ground and scowled at his passing adversary. He did not want to pick unnecessary fights with the other boy in the market. The warrior said nothing either, but scowled back with equal ferocity. Question 3. Ranji is not at all eager for a second fight. Why does he go back to the pool then? Answer. Although Ranji felt weak and lazy and not at all eager for a second fight, his body was stiff and sore after the previous day's encounter. But he could not refuse a challenge. Not to turn up to the pool would be an acknowledgement of defeat. He had to defy his enemy to the last or outwit him in order to gain respect. As long as he fought, he had a right to the pool in the forest. Question 4. Who was the better swimmer? How do you know it? Answer. Ranji was definitely a better swimmer. Suraj, the other boy, made fun of Ranji and asked if he would be able to swim across the pool. Hearing this, Ranji dived straight into the water, cutting through it like a knife, and surfaced with hardly a splash. The warrior's mouth hung open in amazement and asked him how he did it so smoothly. He then asked Ranji to teach him how to dive and swim underwater and said that in return he would help Ranji to become a wrestler. Question 5. What surprises the warrior? Answer. When Ranji dived into the water perfectly, Suraj was amazed to see this. Ranji was able to swim underwater as he circled Suraj and came up from behind. This surprised Suraj and he admired Ranji's swimming skills. Question 6. Now that they are at the pool, why don't they continue the fight? Answer. Although the boys were at the pool together, they were not fighting with each other. Suraj, the warrior, was taken by surprise when he saw Ranji's skills like diving and swimming underwater. He wanted to learn these skills from Ranji. In return, the warrior promised to turn Ranji into a wrestler. Consequently, they became friends and therefore did not continue the fight. Question 7. You may mark the answer of question 7 in the book itself with a pencil. Ranji's superiority over the other boy is obvious in the following: physical strength, good diving, his being a fighter, sense of humor, swimming underwater, making a good point, willingness to help. Underline the relevant phrases. Answer. Ranji's superiority over the other boy is obvious in the following: good diving, sense of humor, swimming underwater, willingness to help. Let's move on to the last question of the chapter. Question 8. What, according to you, makes the two adversaries turn into good friends in a matter of minutes? Explain it as you have understood it. Answer. The two adversaries turned into good friends in a matter of minutes when they started admiring each other's skills, which they themselves lacked, and decided to learn those skills from each other. When the other boy Suraj saw how well Ranji dived and swam underwater, he almost forgot about the fight and asked Ranji to teach him these swimming skills. Suraj had a well-built physique, and when he noticed that Ranji had a lean body structure, he said that he would help him to become a good wrestler if Ranji taught him swimming skills, to which Ranji readily agreed. Finally, the two claimants gave up their fight and became good friends. So with this, we have come to the end of the chapter. Children, keep your notebook work updated. Thank you.